We have to use the Copilot. So the chat here is actually for triggering the workflow. So that's how you trigger the workflow. Then if you go over to Pilot here, then you can say, for example, build an SEO writing bot. So if we go back now, you can see that it's actually built out the workflow, right? So it's coded it out, which is pretty cool. It's actually written, looks like it's written the JSON over there, which is amazing. And then we've got the start workflow, which you can do with the chat over here, right? Now, what you'll see is that we need to insert, all right? So it's going to go with model GPT-4o. Then it's using GPT-4o for this. Let's have a look at the Copilot. It's given us the option to run it. So let's try running that now. So now it's fixing that. It's quite a long workflow. Look at that bad boy. The only thing I would say is like, it's pretty hard to see it all in one workflow. You see how it's all like spaced out quite a lot. Let's try that. We'll click on accept over here. So we need to set up our open API key and exit API key. All right. So I'm just going to ask it how to set my API key, and I'll grab one in the background. So sim settings, environment variables. All right. So let's go to settings over here, environment, and then we can plug in the API key over here. We just need to add a variable. So you name it as that, and then you set the value. Okay, interesting. So if we go to settings over here, we enter the API key over here, and then we enter the value over here. All right, so let's try that. We're going to copy this, go to settings, environment, API key, and then we'll grab the API key in the background that I'm going to use. There we go. Hit save. And then we just need to get an exit API key, which I've never come across before. But let's try and get this. So I'm just going to grab this API key over here. But you don't need to worry about that. I'm going to copy that. And then we need to grab the name. So we're going to copy this. Then we shall go to settings, environment, add variable, API key. There we go. All right. So basically that's how to easily build like a simple chatbot. Honestly, from what I saw, like the default agent here was not working at all, right? So when we're using this, just doesn't seem to work. If we click on run variables, it says no value at path, start input, etc., which is not ideal, my friend. Not ideal at all, unless we need to delete that.